I know it's a little late for the start of the new season, but I mean, let's be fair, it's a miracle I'm making a new video at all. Hey guys, welcome back. Rainbow Six Siege just released its new season, and I wanted to give my thoughts on it, since I previously made a video on what I think Siege needs to do in the future. I'm here to talk about the new content, which I find to be overall somewhat underwhelming. It's alright, but I feel like there needed to be a lot more changes to make it a better season. The first change that I want to talk about, there's only really two, is the compensator buff. Horizontal recoil has gone from 15% to 35%, or it's decreased by 35% now instead of 15%. This makes Ella's SMG a lot more viable and really increases her utility, as well as also just how useful she's going to be for a lot of players. The other change that I wanted to talk about is the new reload change. When you reload, you only have a single bullet left in the chamber. Unless you've completely emptied your mag, then you have only a single bullet left, which is a really cool change, and it makes the game a lot more tactical, and it means now that when you hear someone reloading, you can go and push them, as it's a lot safer to do so now than before. This season's highlight is, of course, the introduction of Brava, the new operator, who can hack enemy gadgets using her Clutch drone to change their allegiance. So now Capcan traps will trigger when defenders walk through them instead of attackers. She's very tactical and very, very situational, so you can't go her too often, but she is very fun to play, especially when you get her right. So you can hack default cams, you can hack Maestro cams and bring them to your side. You can also hack other enemy gadgets, like Mozzie pests or drones that Mozzie's hacked, changing them back to your side. And a fun thing that happens if you hack a Mozzie pest and Mozzie drives one of his hacked drones by it, it rehacks it to your side. So it's a fun little back and forth there. The Clutch doesn't hack every gadget to your side though. So for instance, if you hack one of Bandit's shock wires, one of Kaid's electro claws, a nitro cell, or one of Smoke's gas bombs, it's just going to destroy it. It's not going to change its allegiance to your side or blow up the nitro cell instantly. Really, apart from Brava, it does feel like a very underwhelming season. I mean, we're not getting a new map or a rework for quite a while. There hasn't really been that many changes introduced by the new season. I mean, there was also the change to zero that they promised 2 years ago that they finally introduced, where now when you shoot his gadget on a breakable surface, it won't go through to the other side instantly. You have to now activate it. So that fundamentally changes, the entire game. It's a huge change. No wonder they didn't introduce a new map. This just changes how you play every other map. I mean, they did announce that, crossplay was going to be introduced in year 2, and that's only happened recently. So next time they announce a rework for an operator, set your alarm for about 2 to 6 years. The two other things I wanted to talk about were the Battle Pass and the Challenge system. The new Battle Pass, I think, is much better than the last 2 seasons. I hadn't played much Siege before then, so getting back into it with the new Battle Pass system, it was middling, because the new Battle Passes felt like they had a lot of filler in them. They needed to fill up more space, so they quickly cobbled together an operator portrait in 5 minutes that looked really bad. This season, they've really upped the quality in the Battle Pass. The first few levels have sort of Rio de Janeiro favela festival type outfits for Brava, Caveira, and Capitão, the Brazilian operators, and I really like how they all look. They really look quite cool and I like them. But once you get into the Battle Pass further, you get to the real meat, which is the Roman Legionnaire themed outfits. Now, I'm a sucker for the theme of ancient Rome and how that all looks. Here, they've got some really, really good quality stuff. I find myself really wanting to progress through the Battle Pass to unlock them, and I specifically like how his operator portrait, along with Hibana's new operator portrait, don't look like dog shit. I think this Battle Pass overall is a big improvement on previous year's Battle Passes. I also like how the new Bravo Pack system works. So now, once you've finished the Battle Pass, Additional levels that you get in it will instead unlock Bravo tokens, which you can then use to go to the menu for the Bravo packs and unlock the specific rewards that you want. So if there's a black ice that you really want, or an outfit or a headgear that you really want, and you didn't get it in the Bravo packs, you can now unlock it after you've finished the Battle Pass, which I really like. It's a really good system. I also really like the Bravo packs this season. They've introduced some really cool skins and outfits that I really find myself wanting to get. And I feel like people don't talk about this a lot, but I can tell why, because talking about the new skins and all isn't really as fun. It's cool to mention, like, oh wow, look at these new cool skins and all, but apart from that, you don't focus on them. But you do focus on the shitty skins that they introduce. So I feel like introducing a lot more quality here is really good, and hopefully this sets a standard. So Siege is going to introduce more quality skins now. Personally, I don't mind if they repeat aesthetics. I wouldn't mind if they made that for other operators as well, like with the painted clay skin for Mira. I really like the porcelain look that it has, and I wouldn't mind seeing it on other operators, I can hope. Then there's the new challenge system. Now, before I talk about it, it's hidden in a menu in the side. So when you go when you're on the main screen, the home screen, you press play, and then you've got competitive, casual, and training. Once you get into training, it's on the little side. Putting it directly into the play area, or putting it with the other challenges that you get specifically for the battle pass, definitely make it more noticeable and have more players see it. But the system, I think, really works good. The idea behind it is allowing new players to unlock operators without having to dish out their credit card by just completing challenges in game, like, say, breach 5 walls, flash 10 enemies. This helps for new players to be able to see which operators sort of fit into which role. It really does help introduce new players to the game, and it's a good system. I feel like it could definitely be expanded upon by integrating it somewhat with the Battle Pass, though. Right now, the Battle Pass has multiple branching paths, but my view is you could have it, say, have 3 specific branches, and you have to select one of these 3, and you hard follow that one until you've completed it, then you can select one of the other 2. And say each of these paths, like one is a fragger path, so you would obviously still get progression by playing the game regularly, but you'd also progress through it by completing specific challenges. So the fragger path, it could be like blind 5 enemies and you get some more points. I feel like this system would definitely have players engage more. It's similar to the challenge system they've already got, but I feel like you could keep those as a general thing and then have specific challenges for these different branches. This could also help engage a lot more players with the battle passes. Now you have to do things like help your teammates out or focus on killing enemies to further progress through this battle pass rather than just play and complete the occasional weekly challenge, giving it a lot more, how would you say, give players a bigger feeling of reward when they go through it as well, by giving them specific challenges to strive towards in this new progression system. Now, I could, be just bullshitting, and, this could be a terrible idea for a system, but, I think it would be cool to try this out, maybe. But, I mean, it's not like Ubisoft's gonna, listen to me. Quickly, look, this YouTuber with 40 subscribers just made a video that's got 30 views. They implement every single change that they suggested in the video. But I do feel like it would be a good system, and it would be a good way to introduce new players to the game, get them to progress through the battle pass and engage more with the game and the systems that's in it. And it would be also a good way for keeping players interested in the battle pass with this more engaging system. Overall, I do feel like this season is a positive, and I really feel like part of that is because it sort of gets me excited for the future of Siege, with more quality weapon skins, better operators, but it is let down by a lack of overall content. You know, there's no new map, there's no rework, we're not getting one until next season. They're not even introducing the mouse trap to counter mouse and keyboard players on console for a couple of weeks now. I still hold the opinion that Siege should have a sequel in development right now, you know? I mean, the game's been out for coming up on a decade, and so the engine that they've got and the code that they've got is like spaghetti, you know? It was very hard for them to introduce crossplay. Like I said, they promised it in year 2 and it's only recently been introduced. You know, changing one thing breaks another. You know, Siege is famous for its bugginess. A sequel definitely could improve the overall experience. It could work. A sequel could definitely work. But, you know, like I said before, I'm just a YouTuber with about like less than 40 subscribers even. So, you know, they're not going to listen to me. I do like the game and I do like what it is and I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. But, you know, deep down, I do hope that a sequel is in development. If you want to know my full thoughts on a Siege sequel and what it should have, then go to my channel. It is the last video that I've uploaded. While you're there, subscribe and turn the notifications on. I mean, I upload so scarcely that I'm not going to be blowing up your feed at all. My next video is probably going to be out within 2 months to 2 decades, so you might as well. I would appreciate it. I'd also appreciate you liking the video and showing it to all your friends and family. You know, pull it up on your new TV with the application settings, allow you to go into Twitch and YouTube, show them all this fun video with all my cool clips in the background of me getting a single kill and getting fucking domed right after. Like and subscribe, turn up for my next few videos, watch my previous ones, and I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching, and I do hope I see you in the next video. Love yous.